Hello, it is Dr. Jimmy one more time today at least, and it is still Thursday the 26th of July, and Lenny is right there, right there, looking out toward the back. For some reason the rain seems to have subsided, so it's not so noisy in this room, thank goodness. And I had just made two videos for you. One, hopefully you've seen them already. One of them dealt with an announcement 2 weeks ago for a maze in Hollywood, and the one I just did was about the entire reveal for the event in Japan, but now at last something about Orlando. Now, a week or so ago it had been announced that there would be a wonderful thing happening this weekend. Yes. They have this horror convention in Long Beach, California, where my dad was born and where my grandparents had lived for many years. Long Beach, California. It's called Midsummer Scream, and many times this has happened in July, and people from Hollywood, especially John Murdy, John and Chris from Hollywood, go there and give some presentation about Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood, and sometimes they make an announcement. But this time, for the first time ever, they would not be doing this by themselves, but also would have a representative from Orlando, Michael Aiello, the creative director from Orlando, who's been running Horror Nights for years, although I think he shares those duties with people like Patrick Breard nowadays. Nevertheless, he would be flying in, and both will be at Midsummer Scream, and on stage together, talking about Horror Nights in both Hollywood and Florida. It's quite a busy week for Mike Aiello, because he's been in England and Scotland this week, doing stuff, promoting Horror Nights over there. No big announcement or reveals from him while he was in the UK, apparently, but he's flying back, will arrive back in Florida, and then fly to California. At the same time, almost, John Murdy comes from where he lives in Ireland. Hell of a commute to get to Hollywood, and then both of them will be there. It would be funny if they got on the same plane. Not going to happen, but it would be funny. Anyway, and they arrive together to speak about Horror Nights. And so everyone thought the next big reveal, the next announcement for Horror Nights in Orlando would probably happen next week, Sunday, the 29th, 3 days from now, when this presentation happens. So we were anticipating that, and I even had an idea what it might be, because I was thinking, oh, they've been revealing, announcing IP, and then original, and then IP, and then original, because they did, first they told us about Stranger Things, then Dead Exposure, and then Trick or Treat, and then Slaughter Cinema. So I was thinking, in a little theory, maybe they're doing this alternatively. The next one will be an IP, and it's an IP they're sharing with Hollywood, and that's why they're going to do it together on Sunday. Ah! And I even thought I might knew what it was exactly, because of something that happened in Hollywood recently. So I was all thinking I knew what was going on, and so was completely taken by surprise yesterday, when all of a sudden yesterday morning there was an announcement for a haunted house in Orlando that wasn't an IP, it was an original, just suddenly popped up. Oh my goodness. Totally unprepared for it, although happy nonetheless. And what it is called Carnival Graveyard, Rust in Pieces. And there's some artwork. Let me see if I can bring it up for you. It should be easier than the one I did from Japan, because that would load a lot faster. So all I have to do is go to here, and then bring up Orlando, and that should come up right quick, and then go to announcements, and then there it is. So here's the Carnival Graveyard rust in pieces, and there's a lovely video which I won't show you now. You just have to go to YouTube. Oh hey, you're on YouTube now or wherever I posted this, which you can get to rather easily, and there's a video that gives a tease. Doesn't show you the inside of the house really, because it's not been built completely, I'm sure, but the idea is a creepy old abandoned amusement park or carnival left to rust somewhere deep in the woods, falling apart. And there's places like that all over the world where they build something and then no one comes anymore, it goes out of business, and nature starts growing over and it gets rather disturbing. Go Google, you know, abandoned amusement parks. You see all sorts of very creepy pictures of stuff. Ooh, that's spooky. Sort of place kids go to get up to rubbish, and be a good place for one of those slash 'em. Oh, that's a good idea. Hey, what if there are a whole bunch of angry, resentful carnies who are out of work now, and they don't take very kindly to people poking about their old carnival? And yeah, that's exactly right. That's what it's all about. You get a bunch of creepy old nasty carnies from years back, and they're going to get you if you show up. There's even a sign says, "Trespassers will be violated." Yup. And big, growly, snarly dogs like German shepherds, guard dogs running around, bitey, growly, snarly, mean puppies. So that sounds fun. It's all going to be in the house. Now, not a lot of detail about what the characters are exactly roaming this yard, but Charles Gray, one of the people involved, says, oh, he wants to tell us as soon as he's given permission. Immediately after that, the tweet from Michael saying, Aiello saying, tell him, giving him permission. So we might get a tweet soon, maybe right now, maybe before this is over. Charles will start describing this. I hope so. Mr. Gray, please tell us what the characters in this house will be. I don't think Jack or Chance are involved. A lot of people are speculating Jack or Chance because they're carnival-like characters, but I don't think they want to go backwards. I think they want to go forwards with all new stuff. Although, it would be fun if a certain odd fellow might show up for the first time after being talked about for such a long time. Or some connection. Always connections, you know. Looks like it'll be hysterical. Looking forward to it. Very atmospheric theme. Spooky. I just hope the dogs aren't like Resident Evil. Dog on a stick, you know, with a dog head on it. No, I hope it's more like werewolf puppets. That would be excellent. Spooky, scary, mean puppy dogs. Cat would hate it. Dogs barking. So that's the Twisted Carnival all rusted to pieces that will be in. Ooh, so that's five haunted houses all announced. We don't know where that one is. Rumor has it in a soundstage, sharing it with another original house, but don't know if the rumor's true. People post rumors. There was a rumor about this very haunted house. Actually, they got it pretty right, except they didn't get the joke rust in pieces, just the Carnival Graveyard, but they got that much right. So someone's leaking something. I'm not involved in that kind of stuff, so I don't know. But obviously some of the lists out there are at least semi-accurate. Maybe they're right about where it's located, maybe not. We'll find out. In only 50 days. It's 50 days to Horror Nights. 7 weeks and 1 day. Ooh, I'm going to have to start going out and walking several miles every morning, get in shape for it. Take a few pounds off so I can survive the experience. Oh, fun, silly willy. Now, there'll be another reveal probably this weekend on Sunday from Midsummer Scream. As I was saying, Murdy and Aiello together, obviously a shared IP because they're all IP haunted mazes in Hollywood. So a house in Orlando that's also a maze in Hollywood, that would be an intellectual property. Which one? I have a hunch, and it's based on something that happened quite recently. They're building some of the mazes in Hollywood right now, and a lot of them can easily be seen as you go on the tram. There's one that's very obviously going to be some sort of Universal Classic Monsters maze, because they've got a castle and a thing on top like out of Frankenstein, you know, to get the lightning. Life, give my creation life. Yeah, that's being built. So it looks like they're going to have a wonderful Universal Classic Monster maze in Hollywood. I wish I could go and see that. It's quite wonderful. But there's another one where if you're on the studio tour and you're on the tram and you go by the construction, you can see the facade they're building, and the facade is of a certain building that is instantly recognizable if you've seen a certain horror movie. It's the very same suburban house from the 1982 Tobe Hooper Steven Spielberg film Poltergeist. And so that kind of let the cat out of the bag by having it. Oh, people saw it, took pictures, put it on the internet, so that's out there. So that's what I think is going to be announced. I think Poltergeist may be a maze in both parks. That's my guess what might happen this Sunday. Of course, might be something else entirely, but that's my guess based on the fact that it looks very much like a Poltergeist maze is happening in Hollywood, and since it's been leaked by photographic evidence, then with the cat so out of the bag, they might as well announce it, and it would be a perfect opportunity to do so this weekend. So that's what I think is happening on Sunday. And I may have to make another video then. And of course I have to make cocktail videos for Slaughter Cinema and now Carnival Graveyard as well. Maybe something like a rusty nail or a salty dog or a bit of both. I don't know. Something to make it sort of circusy. Figure out how to do that. But I don't have the ingredients yet. It may be a while before I do the cocktail videos. And one of these days, hopefully sooner than later, I'll get to the history of Halloween Horror Nights 25 again. Till whenever, this is Dr. Jimmy at your service. Have a lovely rest of your life.